Hey guys, if you are struggling to hit the ball on the rise, this is the video for you to watch because I'm going to be giving you 5 exercise progressions for you to finally get that on the rise feel and be able to take the ball off the bounce nice and early and not have to go really far back for those high balls, and also for those hard shots to really just take them early and be able to use that opponent's pace. So before we get into the 5 exercises, I want to make sure that you guys get this right. When we hit the ball on the rise, what does it mean to hit the ball on the rise? It means that when the ball is bouncing, instead of us letting it go up like this, like a normal shot, this will be a normal shot, we would hit it right off the ground, so off the bounce. So right when it comes off the ground, around this area is when we're gonna hit it, so it looks like this. So I'm really taking it right off the bounce versus this would be again a normal shot where I wait for the normal contact. Why we want to take the ball on the rise? Because there are many balls that we don't want to be going back to the fence for. We don't have time anyway, or there are balls that we just want to take earlier. So when do we want to hit the ball on the rise? Is when the ball is for example, when the ball is very high and it bounces around this area right here. So it bounces closer to me around this area and I have time to take it off the bounce. That's when I want to take advantage of hitting on the rise. If the ball is too short, I can't hit it off the bounce, run all the way there in time. But when the ball is deeper and I can take it right off the bounce, that will be the goal. So for example, we can take advantage of this really high balls here that bounce around this area and just take them early instead of having to go back. Or these really hard shots that are coming deep, instead of defending, we can still hit a good, solid, aggressive shot if we just take it on the rise and use our legs properly. Now, it is quite difficult to hit it on the rise. That's why we're going to do this progressively. And there are a few key technique tips that I'm going to give you so that you get it right from the start. The first one is that we need to have a racket in a ready position, ready to hit. We don't want to be here starting it out because the ball's going to bounce, guys, and we just need to go forwards to get it. We need to go into here, hit it really quickly so we don't have time to go from here and then do that. We need to have a racket ready and set to hit that ball. That is the number one thing. The number two thing is that the contact of the on the rise is not up here anywhere around this area. It is actually quite low. It is around here, like around hip level. And sometimes I like to tell my students to think of hitting it by the knee, which it will be an exaggeration, but that is so that they really understand how early they need to hit it. So off the bounce, they really get to contact quickly. The contact needs to be around this area. Anytime that it comes up into this area, it's not on the rise anymore, or you're just going to miss hit the ball and not hit the ball cleanly with your strings, which is what we wanted to hit. Super clean, super clean. We stay still with the shot. We're not moving, we're not jumping, very important. We're not doing anything crazy, we're staying still. Racket is ready, we move and hit it right off the bounce. The last thing before we get into our exercises is how to judge the bounce. They ask me that a lot. How to know exactly where I need to stand when the ball bounces. So a good guide for you is to think that where the ball bounces, you want to put this front foot. So if the ball you see is going to bounce there, I want to set up around here. Take a look. If I want to see it's going to bounce here, here would be my foot, there would be the bounce. Obviously, you got to do that, anticipate that almost before the ball bounces so that you can be on time. So if it's coming, I'm going to make sure that I am there. You can do this exercise too. It's here, so right here, I would be next to the ball. So that's how you anticipate it. Of course, your racket again is ready, and I move. Okay, my foot is where the ball is. That way, I'm going to hit that ball right here in front. Take a look. That is what we want to focus on. Now again guys, this is quite challenging to hit on the rise, and there are many different things that could be going wrong with your on the rise shot. So if you're really struggling with these exercises and you still feel like you can't get it, let me know. I do offer online coaching. We do have a coaching app where we can analyze your video. You can show me exactly what's going on and I can pinpoint what you're doing wrong, and I can guide you in the right track. That is super important for you guys to just improve really quickly and know exactly what you need to do in anything in life. When we have guide and we have a plan of what we need to do, then we succeed. It's exactly the same with anything we do in life. So it's important that you have the right guidance, and sometimes we just don't know what we're doing wrong. So I'm going to give you a series of exercises so that you can learn step by step and not feel overwhelmed that you're not getting it. You can go step by step, do each drill progressively. That way at the end you feel it all coming together. Okay, so for the first exercise, you're gonna need somebody to feed you the ball. We're gonna do a hand fed drill. We're gonna start with our racket out already, and we're gonna try to hit that ball right off the bounce. Remember, we want to hit the contact down here, so right off the bounce we want to hit that ball. That's why the racket needs to be ready so we can just go forward. So racket out, he's gonna feed it from up there, and I'm gonna catch it right off the bounce. Okay, so notice how there's not too much footwork yet. I'm just really low on my legs, and I'm just really trying to catch that contact in time so that it doesn't come up too much, and that I make it down here so that I'm able to just keep going up on the ball and not feel like I am hitting the ball this way. Now that was the first exercise. Now we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging, because now instead of, right now he was feeding the ball from up here, so it was easier for me to calculate the bounce because I knew the ball was just coming bounce and I was gonna go hit it. Now he's gonna feed it like this, so the ball's actually gonna go up first and I have to calculate the bounce better. Now that I know how it is to get my racket out and hit it off here, though, it should be a little bit easier. So let's take a look. So notice how now I have to use my legs a little bit more and move, because now the ball is going, actually is going up. It's a little bit more realistic. And I have to adjust my feet to the bounce a little bit more, calculate my contact, move my feet, and make sure that my contact is still around this area and not coming up. I'm gonna do a few more. Perfect. And then you can have it just have different variations of the length. So now he's gonna hit me one a little bit shorter, a little bit more back. So even though I'm still hitting on the rise, I still have to adjust my feet up and back. Let's take a look. Okay, now for the third progression, he is going to stand a little bit farther. He's still going to feed with the hand, but farther and more from in front. So it will be, again, more realistic even now. Now the ball is going to be coming to me. So I'm going to have to make a lot of adjustments, and I'm going to have to calculate that bounce. But now that I know how that feels like, it should be much easier. Now from this third progression, we do want to start now here in this position. So it's more challenging versus just starting here already. So now we're gonna have to split, get that racket out, and calculate that bounce. Let's see how that looks. Okay. Now for the fourth exercise, he is gonna stand right there, really like next to the net, and he's gonna feed me the ball from there. Now with the racket, again, now it's gonna come a little bit faster with a little bit more pace. Now it's gonna be harder to judge it, but now that I have it more down, it's gonna be easier. So I'm gonna have to really adjust my feet. Let's see. Okay guys, now for the last exercise, the fifth progression. He is standing in the middle court of the other side. So it's gonna be basically like a regular rally ball. He's gonna also now add some spin on it, hit me a deep type of shot, which is the one that I need to hit on the rise. So it's gonna be very realistic. Now I need to make sure that I keep everything that I've been working on together, keep it the same. And now even more feet adjustment to make sure that I am hitting that contact here. That is our goal, and that our racket is ready. All right, guys, I hope you found this information useful. Please work on it progressively so that you get it down in the end. Now take your time with the progression, guys, because it is a difficult shot. On the right, it's a pretty advanced shot, and you need to have very good ball judgment, very good footwork, and you need to make sure that you're getting the technique right. So do the progressions, and hopefully by the end you'll feel it all coming together. If you found this information useful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so I can keep making videos like this for you guys. And don't forget to check the description below for our coaching app, where we do video analysis, we give you a custom program, and we do exclusive content. And I also give you some discounts on my favorite products and all the products that I recommend. See you guys soon.